All right, good afternoon, everyone. We are here to show you what is taking place in Belarus today and around the Baltics. So, Lithuania has blocked access from Kaliningrad into Lithuania across the river. Now, the interesting part is Lithuania has bigger problems because down here near Hrodna, we were just talking about this on the other channel just a few minutes ago. Down around Hrodna, this is where Google is hiding the S-400 missile sites that are located right here. So we have first here, we have this manufacturing facility here that is making the S-400 missiles for this site. And we're going to fly this and show this to you. There are over 174 missiles, S-400, 500, 550 missiles at this site alone. They're stacked 3 high here. We got additional satellite imagery to verify that. The interesting part is this is a completed site. This is the new site that is being improved. We are getting additional information, additional imagery on this site. This is the new S-400 missile site located just 3.4 miles from the Polish border. You see that? 3.4 miles is all that is. So, in addition to the 2 sites and the manufacturing facility to make the missiles, they have a huge radar complex here. Now, they put in a new LZ right here. More radars. These hump things are for radars, folks. Anytime you see one of these humps like this is a radar system setting up on top of it. That's what these are for. It gives it additional elevation because they get better range. Now, I love here how they're blocking this out. Thank you, Google. See that? For blocking out this radar site. That's exactly what they're doing right here. And the point is that we know that Google and Bing are being paid off by the Russians to hide this stuff. And we're going to show you because in the flight sim, we had all of this imagery. We had all of these missiles. We had all these missile launchers. We had all of these radars. We had all of this and we showed it to you. And right after we showed it to you on the next update, gee, this is all gone. This is going back to when this facility was just being built. You see what it looks like here? We've got newer data coming too, folks. So in addition to showing you this, we're also going to fly up here. It's going to take us about 12 minutes. So I might be able to answer some questions while I'm doing that. But we're going to fly up here to Hrodna, or above Hrodna, to the training area up here. And we're going to show you T-72 tanks, motor pool for fuel, and so on and so forth. They got more tanks over here. We're going to show you this area, how they have built up massive increase in the schoolhouse part down here and the administrative part. In addition to this, they also have made a lot of additions up here. New buildings, new training, new ammo, new ranges, new facilities built all through up here because there are now Chinese, South African, South American, Cuban, and North Korean, along with Wagner troops here. Another alert for Israel. More buildings being built. Look at all this. Look at all the tracks here. This isn't 2 tanks, folks. There's a lot of tanks. Look at all these tracks on the ground here. They're running tanks all over the place. See that? This place is really, really busy now. Now, the interesting part of this to me is you can have thousands of troops down here. Okay? Here's the border. Right here. There's the border. Here's the military base. This highway here is now backed up with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trucks. And we're going to go have a look-see at that. So this is what I've got in for a flight plan for us. We're going to take off down here at the Hrodna airport. Now, the interesting thing on the updated imagery is they have put a firefighting plane in down here. You see the red wings and the yellow body right here. They've put the firefighting plane in. They have also taken, there was an Mi-8 helicopter here. It's not here anymore. Don't know where they moved it to, but they removed the Mi-8 and put a firefighting plane in. Gee, that's interesting. Why would you do that? So we're going to come out of Hrodna. We're going to fly up. We're going to look at the missile manufacturing site. And here you can see the older imagery. This is when the factory was just being built. This is when the first missile site was just completed and they started moving equipment into it. And it's also going to show, gee, back to when the second site was first being constructed over a year ago. Remember that. Now, the interesting thing is we just flew this with newer imagery a month ago. Why did Bing revert back to the old imagery when we had the new imagery? At least for down there. Now here, you see the small highway here. This is the training area. The tanks are not showing up here. All of the buildings are. This is where they fire missiles and drones from. More ranges all the way up through here. We're going to fly up through all these different ranges and show you guys all of the different buildings. Then we're going to fly up here to the northern end of the training area. And when we fly off the northern end of the training area, we're going to show you this interesting find. Why is it at the northern end of a training area to get into Lithuania on a little old road, folks? Look at this little backwoods road here. Okay? There's no traffic coming down, but my God, look at what's stacked up on the Russian side. Or excuse me, on the Belarusian side. Why are all these trucks parked on the side of the road? Why are they all sitting there? This is new. One truck going south, but gee, how many trucks are lined up to go into Lithuania. Anybody else see that? It's ammo, folks. It's called ammo. NATO can't do anything about it. NATO is a defensive organization. And until they do something, NATO can't do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly this. We're going to do it in a Hughes D530F. Hopefully I can get my map to work here. Oh, they're doing it all over the place, Sunrise. They're doing it all over the place. And we're the only ones that are showing it to you. We're the only ones that are taking you there like this. You would think that we would have, and what I'm going to do is get this thing. Oh, another Israel alert. I got a lot of them now. Now, I love the imagery because I flew my old stomping grounds where I grew up, and I know the cow paths that walk along the edge of the fields, and you can actually see the cow paths. The interesting part about this was when I was flying yesterday, I flew into the KOW World News studio, and well, part of our driveway has a little grass growing in the middle of it. And the interesting part about it was that the grass in the simulation is the same as the grass that's in the middle of our driveway. So the customer arrival is 20.44 miles away. I need to get a map up here to see if this thing's going to show me all of my waypoints. And I'm just going to land back down over here at the airport. So right here is where that firefighting plane is sitting in real life. You can see the silhouette of it right here. In fact, we'll sit down right on top of it. Because this is it right here. So this is a firefighting plane sitting right here in real life. Now, what did... It's at the border crossing north of Hrodna going into Lithuania. That's where it is. So right, so let me see here. Coordinates of the border crossing is in the chat now. That's the border crossing. So let's get back to our aircraft. I want to see if I can get a map up here. Oh, you're not going to show my GPS coordinates. Are you kidding me? You freaking piece of crap. For some reason on this one, it will not show any of my GPS coordinates. So the way this is going to have to work out is I'm going to have to fly it by dead reckoning. Great. Thank you. So let's here we go. So Hrodna is over there.
Minsk Center Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee is type 1 miles north of Uniform Mike Hotel Romeo, 600 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee Minsk Center. Squawk 0726.
Squawk 0726 Romeo Mike Yankee.
Romeo Mike Yankee radar contact 1 miles north of Uniform Mike Hotel Romeo, 1,300 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain own navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Romeo Mike Yankee.
All right, so the interesting thing is my GPS mapping isn't working. So this is going to be actually a scouting mission because we have to go find the missile site. So this could turn out to be a little interesting. Alright, so somewhere out here there is a missile launcher site. Ah, there it is. And see, this is the great part about this, folks. This is real imagery. What you're seeing right there is taken either from a satellite or an aircraft or a drone. But the image you're seeing on the ground there is what it looks like on the date that that image was taken. The interesting part about this is the facility up here in front of us that we're diving into here. The facility up here, they have backdated this. So thank you, Bing, for backdating this. And they've backdated this over a year because the way we know this is actually backdated over 2 years. Because there's still construction going on the missile manufacturing facility, and the second facility, the second launcher site up there, isn't completed yet. Yeah, War Watch is public. Well, it is right now. It's not going to be for long. But this is the missile manufacturing facility, and basically it's a closed city, folks. This is how they do it. You see all this area over here? You see all these houses right over here to the right? We'll bring you around and show them to you. You see that? You see all those homes in there? Now, you'll notice over here, on the front side of this little town, see all these nice little houses here. Come over here, there's a road that goes through here. This is a regular old road. Okay. But you'll notice it doesn't go into the town. The town's hidden back over here in the woods. And what you'll notice is all the roads in the town, well, they all come out in one road. And that one road that all the roads come out in the town, they come out over here. And, oh, stand by, folks. Hold on, I'm going to land this thing. So all the roads from the town they come right down this road, and they end up right at the main gate of the factory. That means this is a secret town. And everybody that lives in the town works at this factory down here. This is a communications site. That's what all this is right here. We've been studying this site for years. That's how we know what's going on. They have another little secret site back up over here. This is like an underground bunker facility for them. Right down here. Then they have also put in, we've got an underground facility that they have put in up here. That's actual imagery there you see on the ground there. But it's the problem is they've reversed this imagery to go back for this section. And this is the other facility. Now, what we've been seeing here is They've been doing a little underground work in this area here as well. So I believe they've got an underground facility here. They have updated the helipad here. Now, the interesting part about this is, so when you look at this helipad, okay, and I want you to see this here. This is important. Okay. See this helipad I'm coming in and landing on here? Here we go. Now, do you see how big this helipad is big enough to land two D500 side by sides on? Okay, you could put four D500s on this pad at once if you wanted to. Okay, see that? So a D500 is a really small bird, so you could land a Black Hawk here. You may be able to drop a Chinook in here. Okay. Again, more going on at this facility here. Vehicles, comms. Here you got the hills for the radars. And why is all this important? Because right over there, just 3.4 miles away, is Poland. Now, how far is Lithuania? 17.39 miles. Nautical miles.
Minsk Center Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee is type 7 miles northwest of Uniform Mike Hotel Romeo, 900 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee Minsk Center. Squawk 3375.
Squawk 3375 Romeo Mike Yankee.
Romeo Mike Yankee radar contact 7 miles northwest of Uniform Mike Hotel Romeo 1,400.
Correct. You don't do all of that for the heck of it.
Maintain own navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Romeo Mike Yankee.
Well, it can't be too much longer before it happens because you just can't leave troops sitting there like that. But they're pumping the troops in there by the thousands every day. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to fly up here. I'm going to show you guys this facility that I'm going to map up where some of the troops have been moving up here, and we're going to show that to you. So it shouldn't take us too long to get up here. The marker is all the way at the border, which is well beyond where the training is up here. I've cut to the northeast to try to make sure that we get around right onto the training area. May have done it too much, but we'll see. Leave this other running up there. Yeah, they're not doing it for the fun of it. I just love the new updated imagery. I just hate that they are hiding part of it. and intentionally reverting back to well, good luck to them, because I know how to fly. So bring it on. Go under the power line. Yeah, a farmer can farm on the land. All right, we're on the right track. See all the power lines here? Training areas over here. There it is. Damn, I love when I know what I'm talking about. All right, so here is the training center here, and we're going to put the brakes on. Get you right over here to the main entrance, which is right here. So here is the entrance of the facility going in. And they've done a lot of construction up in here, folks. There's a lot of new buildings in here. There's new administrative buildings. There's new medical buildings. There's new instructional buildings. There's a new maintenance building. There's all kinds of new buildings up through here. In fact, to give you an idea, this used to be one of the main buildings, and this back here was the whole school. The whole thing was this right here. This was the earlier buildings. Now look at all of that. So old school in the foreground, new school in the background. That gives you an idea of how much bigger it is. So you want to say what? 5 times bigger? Something like that? Hold on, I gotta take this call. Yes, sir. All right, folks, that was the bat phone. Just got notified that North Korea has just announced that they have mobilized 1.4 million troops. I repeat, North Korea has just announced that they have mobilized 1.4 1.4 million troops. Yeah. Welcome aboard. This is why you need to be on the KLW World News Network. Now, what you're seeing here, the shadows below those are fueling trucks. This is the building that they keep the tanks in. So the tanks that they use and the armored personnel carriers and stuff that they use out on the range, this is where they keep all of those. There are supplies in this building and supplies in these buildings. Classrooms and training area.
Minsk Center Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee is type 11 miles
Classroom
south of Echo
over
Yankee Delta
here.
Romeo, 600 feet. Request flight following.
And administrative down here.
Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee Minsk Center. Squawk 3331.
Medical building over here.
Squawk 3331 Romeo Mike Yankee.
And we're going to head out. This is maintenance right here.
Altimeter 29.92.
That's the maintenance building right there.
Roger Romeo Mike Yankee. Minsk Center Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee Minsk Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace Romeo Mike Yankee.
So up here's where they launch their drones for drone training and drones to be shot down by air defense systems, things of that nature. That's this area here. This is the drone launch recovery area. Now, these are all the new buildings that they have been building. I mean, it's unbelievable. We flew this last year. They just said that they had mobilized 1.4 million troops. So, God only knows where they're going to send all of them. But these are all new buildings. And they have been adding these buildings down through here. Now, some of them were here previously, but most all of these buildings are new. There were only a few buildings down through here when we flew this last year. And you can see there are a lot more buildings that have been added here. And not to mention the buildings, but they have added a new LZ down here. Ooh, that is definitely a new building right there. That wasn't there before. There's a new LZ up here somewhere. I think it's right up here. Now, on this LZ, you guys have got to see the size of this thing. And this is the concerning part about this LZ. Where is it? That's that new building. There's a new LZ up here somewhere. Even more new buildings out here. All right, now, this is the interesting part. See that line of trucks down there? Let me see, go back here and find this LZ real quick before I go into that. There it is. Now look where we're at here. We're at the end of the training area, folks. We're at the northernmost end of the training area. Okay? The northwest corner. Right there, just 3.72 miles away, is the border with Lithuania. Now, if you got the border with Lithuania is just 3.72 miles away, you see how big my helicopter is. Remember I told you in the other one that you could land 2 of these helicopters side by side on that one LZ, right? Well, folks, the landing zone I'm about to show you isn't made for a Hughes D500. It's not made for an Mi-8. This LZ is made for the largest helicopter in the world. And how do I know that? Because my rotor blades are only as big as the circle in the middle of the fucking LZ. You can land 9 of these helicopters in this one LZ. My question is, why do you need an LZ for the largest helicopter in the world only 3.72 nautical miles from Lithuania? Now, the interesting part is we have already seen the largest helicopter in the world just south of Brest. In fact, we can go down there now and I can show you that helicopter sitting on the ground there. We've got imagery of it. So here we are, just 3.72 nautical miles from the border with Lithuania. We're on the northern side of one of the largest military training areas in all of Belarus. Now my question is, first off, why is there an exit? See here, why is there a route to get off of a military base? See how this is cleared out right here?
Altimeter 29.902.
Roger, Romeo, Mike, Yankee.
On the highway begins. And why are they stacked up here like this? This isn't even a major route, folks. This is not a major route at all. And you'll notice they're all setting on the shoulder, folks. Every one of them. They're all setting on the shoulder. This is new imagery. They're just stacked up, one right after the other. Interesting how they just stack them all up there. Now you would think if the border were closed, then there would be trucks stacked up on both sides of the border, wouldn't it? Gee, they're all stacked up there. Then gee, they're not stacked here at all. That's because it's just a little old road going through the woods. A few more trucks stacked up there along the edge of the woods. Still stacked up along. Trucks parked there in the woods. Again, this is just a little old road. Why the hell are all these tractor trailers stacked up here along the edge of the woods, along the border with Lithuania? Now, you've seen them for a good ways. We're still a mile from the border, and the trucks are still stacked up along the border here, folks. The interesting part is when you get down here, this is the Belarusian side. The trucks are all stacked up. But when you come over to the Lithuanian side, they're not all stacked up like that, folks. There's 5 trucks. So the border's not closed. Why is there all this regular truck traffic? Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm reading the chat. Thank God I got good reflexes.
Minsk Center, Alpha Romeo Mike Yankee. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
So,
Alpha
you know,
Romeo Mike Yankee Minsk Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to try to figure out what's going on here,
Cleared
folks.
through Charlie airspace, Romeo Mike Yankee.
Again, this is going back into Belarus. This is the line of trucks. lined up to come out of Belarus into Lithuania. What is that, folks? 4 miles of trucks? Well, we'll be able to see when we get down here and land, because I can turn around and it'll tell me how many miles of trucks it is. Damn, I thought that was the end of the line, but evidently not. Weapons and ammo most likely is what's in those trucks. So if I spin her around right here, over top of the last truck, and I turn around and I look back at my target, it's 3.5 miles of trucks lined up to go across the border at this one border checkpoint. I mean, look at that. Correct. Microsoft is complicit. They're hiding all of the missile launchers that are down there. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, folks. I'm still working on more for tonight's broadcast, but I wanted to see what Lithuania was blocking, and they're blocking over in Kaliningrad, and we're going to go over there. We're going to fly over there. We're going to be doing more flying. We're going to be doing the flying on this channel to show you guys what's going on. And we'll get the other guys in so that they can fly with us. So if you are not a member of the KLW World News Network, you should be. Get notifications from us 24 hours a day when it hits the fan. You go to buymeacoffee.com/KLW News. Again, buymeacoffee.com/KLW News. Well, it's real simple. If you want to know how long a truck is, oh, I missed a call. I have to call him back. So max tractor trailer length in the United States is 65 feet. Okay? So we know some of the trucks are parked back side by side, so there's more than that. We also know that the road curves. So it's not a straight line from here to there. The road is longer. So if we go and we take 3.5 and we times that by 5,280, that gives us 18,480 feet. And if we divide that by 65, that means that there can be 284 trucks between here and there. That's almost 300 trucks lined up just at one border crossing. Imagine that. 300 tractor trailer loads of stuff. Yeah, there's something going on. We're going to show it to you later, folks. So when we get more, we'll show you more. Thanks for being here. We shall see you soon.